very brisk morning in the Great Smoky Mountain National Park. Got about a 16 and a half, 16 mile trail ahead of me. And so it's a brisk 39 degrees out here this morning. And I'm ready to get hiking, get warmed up a little. So I will be on the Rabbit Creek Trail, taking that all the way down to Abrams Falls, Abrams Creek Trail, which will take you to Abrams Falls. I will be going by Abrams Falls and then taking that trail up, hitting Little Bottoms Trail all the way down to Cooper Road Trail, and then a brief road walk back to my truck here. So this is at the beginning of the trail. It's kind of cool old buildings here. This is Abrams Ranger Station that's closed down now, but used to be a ranger station there. So looking forward to this trail. I've got a couple of creek crossings, and I'm talking about big creek crossings, so more like wading. And so one's right at the very beginning, which is gonna wake my feet up because it's gonna be cold. And hopefully it's not too deep. Purposefully coming at a time where the water should be low. So hopefully that won't be too bad. One's right at the very beginning. One of them is right there at the Abrams Creek trailhead. And I think that's the only two I've got. Maybe one more, but I think those are the only two big ones I've got. About 2 miles, first 2 miles gonna be uphill, followed by a couple miles of downhill, and then a couple more miles of uphill, and then the rest of the trail should be gradual descent back to the truck. And so I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be a good trail, good to get out in the Smoky Mountains. And so here's my Rabbit Creek Trail. And again, got a big creek crossing just up the trail here, and then followed by some uphill. So got my waterproof socks on again today. I really liked them last time that I wore them. They're knee high, so hopefully I won't get anything more than knee high. But anyway, let's get hiking. We'll show you the trail. Alright, as promised, I've just gone a 1/10 of a mile down the trail, and here's my first crossing. It doesn't look too deep, but it is wide, so my feet are, well, at least my shoes are going to get wet. My feet should be fine, so I don't think that it's more than knee-high deep, but here's the first one, and so uphill begins shortly after. Been hiking about almost 2 miles, just short of 2 miles, and getting close to the top of what they call Pine Mountain, which is aptly named. And so, good trail. First, after you cross that creek, it is pretty steep uphill, but I mean nothing too serious. It's pretty short. It's only going 2 miles, so it can't be that hard, right? But no, it's a pretty decent little climb there to this point. But the trail looks really quiet, really nice. I'm hiking through some fog, as you can see. It's kind of cool with the sun coming up. But good trail. Just thankful to be out here, have this opportunity and ability to do this out in God's country here. So absolutely love it. Get out and do some hiking. I'll show you a little bit. Hatcher Mountain Trail intersection here. And what some people will do is they'll take this loop and kind of divide it into two separate loops, two shorter loops. You can take this Hatcher Mountain all the way up to, I think it's Little Bottoms Trail, and take that back over and cut off a pretty significant portion of this big loop and make it into two separate loops. And then they'll start at Abrams Falls, Abrams Creek Trail, and come up and cut over to here and then take this back. And so what we're doing today is I am taking the I've gone 2.7 miles. I'm gonna take another 5.1 miles to go up to Cades Cove, and I'll catch that Abrams Creek Trail over to Little Bottoms and then back around to Cooper Road. So there's also a campsite here. I don't remember which campsite number it is. I'll go and take a look in a minute. But yeah, real quiet trail, well maintained. No blowdowns, no anything. So it's a good trail. A little chilly this morning, still maybe in the low 40s by now, but probably 39, 40 degrees. And so I've put the puffy on just to keep myself a little bit warm. But got another little bit of downhill, then I'll start climbing back uphill. Good trail, so let's get out, do some hiking. All right, made it to another creek crossing here. So this is at Rabbit Creek, and I figured there was going to be this one in addition to the other two. I just didn't know how deep it was going to be or how wide it was going to be, but definitely going to get my feet wet on this one again. Hopefully, again, not more than knee deep, because that's as tall as my socks go. But like I say, I love these waterproof socks. They're worth the money, especially on these cold days. So your feet don't absolutely freeze. But yeah, so far I'm at the downhill part. Probably will be going back uphill pretty soon. But here we go. Let's get this creek crossing done. So the creek I crossed is right down there, and just up from the creek, not even 100 yards, is Rabbit Creek campground. It's pretty open. A few places to camp, to put up tents. The ground is a little bit sloped, so it might be a little bit tricky. They do have bear cables, but very peaceful. Be a great place just to get away, just to be out in nature, be peaceful. All right, folks, we've made it to a legendary mountain. At least it should be. Coon Butte. Yep, you heard it right. Coon Butte. I'm at the top of Coon Butte Mountain. I've been waiting 6 miles to tell y'all this. Got to the top of Coon Butte. Anyway, the rest of it should be downhill from here. I got one more big creek crossing there at Abrams Creek and at Cades Cove there. Anyway, not been a lot to film here, not a lot to show you, but couldn't wait to show you Coon Butte. But we'll get on the trail and I'll show you a little bit about what's left. Made it to the last creek crossing. This is Abrams Creek here. I have to go across it and get on the trail that goes up to Abrams Falls. That's a pretty popular trail. There's a bunch of cars up there already, so I know it's going to be tourist and packed, but so I probably won't film a whole lot on that. But I definitely film some once I get up to the falls. But last little creek crossing, does not appear anything to worry about at this time of year. I expect it to be probably shin deep as well. I may even be able to rock hop this one. We'll see. There's a couple of places where it looks like I can rock hop it, but more than likely I'll just plunge straight through it. Alright, made it to Abrams Falls. It's about 10 miles from where I started, and looking forward to the rest of the trail. I got about 6 more miles or so to go before I finish up back where I started. So looking forward to the rest of the trail. I'll show you what it's like. A couple of otters, river otters, just hanging out, swimming around, enjoying the falls. Here they go. So I've made it to the Hannah Mountain Trail intersection, and again, this is where a lot of people will split this loop off to make it a little bit shorter. And so there's a big creek crossing right over there, and so that's where people end up going and taking that creek crossing and going down and cutting the loop. Of course, I'm not doing that. I'm going straight and heading back to the ranger station. So I've got, I don't know, a few more, 4 or 5 more miles here. Probably 4 miles here to pick that up. And the trail's been really easy. This whole Abrams Creek trail has been really easy. Pretty much all downhill, a little bit uphill, but nothing that's been too bad. So been enjoying it. It's a nice trail. The sun's starting to come out, so it's starting to warm up now. Getting a little sweat going now, but good trail. So we'll finish this up and get back to hiking. Campsite 17. Say it's not it's pretty flat, pretty open, but I don't know how much use this gets. I mean, it's right beside the river, so maybe a creek, so maybe it gets some use. It's pretty quiet. That Little Bottoms Trail after Abrams Falls has some great views on it. It's got some pretty steep inclines there for a little bit, but then it pays you in dividends coming downhill. So overall, good trail. Just have a little bit more to go. I'll show you the rest of it. Just want to do a little closeout video here. So I'm on Cooper Road Trail, and last little mile back to the truck before I head back to the house. So I would say overall, good experience, good trails. Everything was well maintained. That first trail that I did, the Rabbit Creek, that was, like I said, uphill at the beginning, then downhill at the end. A few water crossings. Everything's about shin high, give or take. But again, that's low water. So if you're planning on doing this in the spring or the summer or any kind of rainy season, you better be ready, because I imagine that water would be roaring. But then Abram Creek Trail up to Abrams Falls and beyond. You know, nothing wrong with that trail. Good, just touristy trail. Pretty easy trail, well maintained, obviously. Then when you get on the Little Bottoms, now that one's a little bit deceiving, because it's about a cow trail wide, so it ain't much room for error there. And it is built like a saddle, so you climb up steep, then you drop steep, then you're flat for a little bit, then you climb back up steep. And so that one surprised me. I didn't expect that one to be shaped that way with the elevation. I kind of expected it to be a little bit downhill, flattish. But overall, hike was a good hike. I'm ready to be done. Speaking of that, I come here and it looks like I may have one more water crossing to do as I'm walking down this road. I hope not though. Hope there's a way to rock hop across it. But anyway, good trail. Hope you enjoy the video here, and y'all get out and do some hiking. Enjoy the Great Smoky Mountains. God bless. One little final word as I'm finishing up the video here. So I'd appreciate if you'd be able to go out and watch some of my other videos. I'm gonna put a link kind of over here and over there, some of my more popular videos. Go out and give them a look, like them if you would. I'd definitely appreciate that. And leave some comments. Thanks. Have a good one.